legit. Anything you want.
IMF official to Ripple co-founder, IMF involved in research, publication on crypto assets and blockchain. In a recent interview with Ripple's co-founder Brad Garlinghouse, Ross Lyko, an International Monetary Fund IMF official discussed the fintech industry and the role of blockchain in T, especially from the perspective of the ASEAN region. He stated that the Monetary Authority is taking a noticeable interest in the field and seeking guidance from the best in private as well as public sectors. He began by mentioning that blockchain is hard to discuss without first talking about other new technologies, such as ENT and cloud computing that are reforming fintech. He added distributed ledgers and virtual assets as the newly integrated part of the industry. Next, Lyko shared that IMF is engaging with the subjects related to the potential impacts of fintech on cross-border payments by associating itself with the private and public actors within the industry. Here, he cited Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen and said, "Last year, we put in place a high-level advisory group of industry leaders from private and public sectors to help guide us in our work on fintech." I'm very happy to say that Chris Larsen, one of the co-founders of Ripple, part of that group. And we're grateful for the worldly advice that they give us. IMF has 189 countries on the board of members, at present. Lyko, who is also the Deputy General Counsel at IMF, stated that most of these nations are looking for guidance on how to approach and unleash the potential of fintech to boost development. These members are also seeking an approach to lacing regulations that guard the industry against the risk posed by new technologies. The official also revealed that IMF is conducting intense work in the space through several distinct initiatives. The authority has an active program of research and publication dedicated to the industry and the technology. According to the official, his institution has published major studies on virtual currencies, or as he addressed them, crypto assets. Here is how IMF is pushing Ripple and Bitcoin towards the mass adoption. The big announcement on whether cryptos such as Ripple XRP will be declared as securities or not hasn't been finalized. As of now, you can expect big news to be announced in next couple of weeks, though. Although, the legal foundation of the world's financial system is working tirelessly to make things better. Ripple, on the other hand, is partnering with them and other financial regulators out there. The main problem right now is not declaring a security, but if Ripple's technology can be legally used for securities, commodities, stocks, bonds, and dividends, and whether Ripple's technology can revolutionize the world's transactions. The world has $294 trillion financial assets, and part of it is the global market capitalization, which has risen from $34 trillion to $69 trillion. This entails the amount of money that moves on a daily basis, and of course, we can now process these transactions with Ripple's technology. IMF is bullish on cryptocurrencies. The IMF International Monetary Fund has recently expressed its support for cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ripple. IMF CEO, Christine Lagarde, stated that cryptos do not impose significant threats to the present-day fiat currencies. Lagarde sees cryptocurrency to be, volatile, risky, energy intensive, and because the underlying technologies are not yet scalable enough. Christine believes that the defects of cryptocurrency can be corrected effectively. She further laid more emphasis on the future preference for digital currencies by saying, "How would citizens hold on to virtual currencies rather than those physical dollars, physical euros or physical sterlings? Because it may one day be easier and safer than obtaining paper bills, especially in remote regions, and because virtual currencies could actually become more stable." The head of IMF had added further, citizens may one day prefer virtual currencies since they potentially offer the same cost and convenience, as there could be no cash, no settlement risks, no clearing delays, no registration, no intermediary to check accounts and identities. Moving forward, Lagarde declared the intentions to expand the fund's high-level advisory group on finance and technology, to uphold the international organizations. The team formed for the initiative has 19 members in it, with players Ryan Zagon and Chris Larsen. a guard aide. He Group will provide advice to help IMF staff deepen its understanding of fintech issues. It will work closely with the IMF's Interdepartmental Working Group on Finance and Technology, which was established in 2016, to study the economic and regulatory implications of developments in the area of finance and technology. Such a system Ripple would stand a good chance of disrupting entrenched players, for example, SWIFT, according to the IMF. IMF has had several meetings on blockchain technology, and most of these meetings had Ripple's Ryan Zagone participating in them, which shows that Ripple is working hand-in-hand with IMF. Ryan Zagone and Charles Larson are also collaborating with other big financial companies. It is worth noting that IMF's support for cryptos such as Ripple is enormous. That said, the foundation that Ripple has built is strong and steady, and one of the main reasons why there hasn't been an increase in XRP price since Ripple is working on laws that govern the technology for communities, technologies, etc. And yes, the SEC case against Ripple's XRP being secret is also holding its price back. Still, Ripple is the only company with enterprise-ready solutions in distributed ledger technology. The U.S. Federal Reserve has a faster payment task force steering committee, with a cloud-only distributed ledger technology platform in the committee. The U.S. Federal Reserve has declared that its primary aim is to let the market choose the way out that justifies the market share. There have been 22 proposals that were submitted to the U.S. Federal Reserve, but only 19 made the steering committee list. Apple on its own is currently making sure that it becomes the leading solution or the way out that justifies the market share. The Federal Reserve further issues the 6 effectiveness criteria for the future of RTGS networks, which are efficiency, safety and security, governance, speed, legal, and ubiquity. Lately, Ripple has been working to match with this criteria. Nevertheless, a report by the U.S. Federal Reserve in December 2016 out about the Interledger Protocol, further stating that the Interledger Protocol would stir the use of the DLT-based platform for cross-border transactions. Financial companies such as UniCredit, Standard Chartered, Westpac, CIBC, among others that are of the Global Payments Steering Group, will oversee the creation and maintenance of Ripple payment transaction rules, formalize standards for activity using Ripple, and other actions to promote implementation of Ripple capabilities as our network continues to grow, according to Apple's Governance Advisory Board, which means that this Global Payments Steering Group has Ripple in mind. Final words: Ripple technology is faster and cheaper. For payments to settle on Apple's network, it only takes 4 seconds. For Ethereum and Bitcoin, it takes 2 minutes and 1 hour - 3 to 5 days for traditional systems. Ripple's technology is the future of cross-border transactions, and IMF is pretty confident that Apple can take the world to the next level. And ultimately, the trust the International Monetary Fund has in Ripple and Bitcoin will help the cryptos in mass adoption.